bow in the presence of greatness, so we shall. Shady, what does a second Super Bowl mean for Patrick Mahomes?
He's in elite company. There's only been, 4 quarterbacks to have multiple MVPs, multiple Super Bowls. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and now Patrick Mahomes. But check this out, though. When they got that award, multiple Super Bowls, multiple MVPs, Brady's 33, Joe Montana 34, Peyton Manning 39, Patrick Mahomes 27. So now it's like with this ring, with this MVP, you're in a different league. So next year, there better be no platform on TV talking about, is it Patrick Mahomes, is it Josh Allen, is it Burrow, is it Jalen Hurts? It's none of them. Now he's chasing Tom Brady. I think to get 7 championships is hard to do. That's hard to do, right? But let's think about it. He's only, 27 years old. He's mobile. So now when he can't run as well, he's still going to be well to run enough. He can run well enough, right? Where Tom doesn't at all. He has the arm strength to do it. He has the players to do it. And he's with Andy Reid. I don't know if Andy Reid's going to be around for another 10 years. But shoot, they've been in 5 AFC championship games, right? They've been in the last 4 years, 3 title games.
In 4 years.
Come on. So they're going to get there. Some way they find a way to get there. I just think that if there's one person that could catch Tom Brady, it's Patrick Mahomes. He's starting at a young age.
I agree with you, Shady. I think Tom Brady's most impressive part of his career was at the end of his career. And Patrick Mahomes is doing what Tom Brady did most impressively already. Tom Brady's most impressive chips were, to me, that 2016 chip against the Falcons and the chip he got in Tampa because he went to Tampa and a new team, no Bill Belichick, and he wins. He was the reason his teams won in the Super Bowl against the Falcons and in the Super Bowl where he was in Tampa. Patrick Mahomes is already being the reason that his team is winning those championships. So what Patrick Mahomes is doing now is already equalizing the peak of what Tom Brady has done from an impressive perspective, not talking about in totality, but just talking about the talent in moments. Patrick Mahomes is already doing things that we have not seen before, 5 straight AFC championship games. But more than going to 5 straight AFC championship games, they all mean something now.
Yeah.
It's one thing to go to a championship game and lose, go to a championship game, go to a Super Bowl and lose. But when you got 2 rings in 3 games, when you got 2 chips, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 regular season MVPs, what we're witnessing is truly the pinnacle of most people's careers, and I don't even think Patrick Mahomes has yet hit his prime, Joy Taylor.
Yeah, I agree. I think he was already in rare air to me, but he's in that special space. And I think now, well, I hope now, like Shady said, that we'll stop having the conversation of comparing him to other quarterbacks, particularly because his skill set shows that he's capable of doing what everyone does. He can run. If he was just a pocket passer, like, well, maybe this guy can run better. Like, no, he can run, and his runs were the difference in that game.
Yeah.
The reason why they won that game, the reason he is the Super Bowl MVP. So also to contextualize his entire season, because I do think that we were a little quiet on the Chiefs all year, and we get like that. You know, we get a little bored, a little boring, and talk about the same great team every single year. Yep. You run into that with LeBron. The Warriors dealt with a little bit of this, and now the Chiefs are as well. They're just great every year, and there's just not a lot of controversy around it. We kind of have to create it, and they were a little quiet this year. Again, they were just billed as these scrappy underdogs who didn't have enough to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Patrick Mahomes won the league MVP, went through the AFC, where we feel all of the young talent is, at least the quarterback position, went into the playoffs as a 1 seed, beat Joe Burrow, who he had not beaten at that point in his career, and then beat a dominant Eagles defense in the Super Bowl. He's had one of the most incredible seasons of his career, and he came in doubted somehow because Tyreek Hill wasn't there. So I think we're running out of words to kind of describe him. Amazing, special, rare, but it is what he is, and I hope that we can just appreciate what he's doing and not try to find a way to pick at it, because he is something special.
There's a long list of Hall of Fame caliber iconic quarterbacks that have accomplished a lot in this league that Patrick Mahomes is currently part of, whether you want to go all the way back to Terry Bradshaw, John Elway, throw Aaron Rodgers in there because of the 4 MVPs. The only 2 quarterbacks that have ever played in the NFL that have objectively better resumes than Patrick Mahomes are Tom Brady and Joe Montana. Those are the only 2. Because, a guy like Terry Bradshaw has more championships but less personal accolades. Patrick Mahomes got it all. And like Joy said, like I didn't need him to win this game to feel that way about him, but it just cements it. Like I mean, he could retire today and be in the Hall of Fame, and it would be deserved. And he's 27 years old. Is deserved? Deserved. It would be deserved. Whatever.
No sleep.
Yeah, exactly. He's a damn Hall of Famer at the age of 27, and no matter how many times I say it out loud, it still blows my mind. We talked about it. We said, what would need to happen for the Chiefs to win this game? We would need Patrick Mahomes to be him. He played that way. He threw like 8 incompletions. I know, like, the numbers weren't gaudy, but he was so clutch. And then, again, the ankle, which has been bothering him for 3 weeks now, 26 yards. You realize that play bumped their win expectancy from 69% to 81%. Like, he basically clinched the game. Yeah. Running 26 yards. I remember watching it live, and I was like, is somebody going to get him? How's he moving this fast? What's happening? Oh, crap, they're in field goal range. I think Patrick Mahomes just won this game. So he's been an active reason, obviously, why they have won both of these championships. Like, he's got the iconic plays to go with the rings. He's got the MVPs. He's got the Super Bowl MVPs. You run out of ways to describe it. And, yeah, I hope we don't take that for granted. And I damn sure don't want to be starting next season trying to put somebody on his level, because a lot of people have a lot of work to do before they belong in that conversation.
I think we're probably inappropriately skipping over Joe Montana in this conversation. But as you were talking about Mahomes, the parallel of Brady and MJ and Mahomes and LeBron popped in my mind. So I don't want to disrespect Montana in that process of greatness.
Yeah, he's got to catch him first.
Yeah, but I'm just saying as far as, modern greats are concerned. Like, we know that Tom Brady has the accolades, and we're not going to start picking apart his legacy as he's just retired. But that's sort of what I think we're going to get into the conversation of, is Brady is untouchable because of all the accomplishments and his greatness, obviously, in the same way that MJ is, and LeBron having all those accomplishments at a very young age as well. Now, what Patrick Mahomes is building, I don't know, that just popped into my mind, but that's what I think that we are watching.
It's a cliche. The Mount Rushmore conversation is a cliche. But at the age of 27, you could argue Patrick Mahomes belongs on the NFL's quarterback Mount Rushmore, which is it's an insane thought. It's completely.
We are just firing hot takes today.
Well, is that a hot take, though? I don't think it is.
We're going to start picking it apart.
No, I think it's like, Shady, I think your stat really summarized it. It's Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
2 MVPs, Super Bowl MVPs, 2 regular season MVPs, and Patrick Mahomes did it the fastest. Say what you will, it's incredibly impressive.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.